Hi, my name's Gordon. I was an engineer officer in the United States military. I graduated Codesmith back in 2019 in the New York City campus, and I currently work as a software engineer at the Farmer's Dog. So when I was in the military, I predominantly did like operations work. So a lot of that is, trying to execute other people's visions or working with technologies that other people have created. So when I transitioned out of the military into technology, I continued to do operations work, and I found it wasn't really as like the inspiring work I was looking for. And I wanted to be closer to actually participating in building solutions and seeing how they grow over time. So that's how I looked into coding and how do I transition closer to technology. And realistically, it's all problem solving. And that's really why I'm really excited and have enjoyed the journey thus far in my experience. Similar to, I think, everyone's experience in the military, there's always a sense of culture and community that we all like love and appreciate. And that was something that, as I looked at different immersives, that was something that I wanted to get a sense of, did they want to foster a community, or were they just trying to push people through the program to then get a job? Because I knew this isn't an easy space to be in, and it's important to have, a network of people that you can rely on and reach out to and work with in the future. And that's what really focused me on Codesmith. So I really enjoyed like two aspects of Codesmith. I think the sense of community the program put in, having everyone rotate working as in pair programming as partners. And then two, they really fostered this mentality of, owning your own learning experience and not just trying to give you all the answers, trying to foster that ability to, when you run into a problem, what does it take to solve that problem either on your own or with your partner or your pair programming partner. And that was probably the things I enjoyed the most and probably set me up the most for success. The biggest thing with like being in the military is, you're placed in very like uncomfortable situations, and you have to figure your way out with a group of people. And the program is very intense, very time consuming. And that's when people get tired and they get frustrated with each other. So having that experience previously in the military, I think, made going through those tough challenges in the program a whole lot easier for me. I think Codesmith, when they set you up for the job search, they try to set the expectations that it's not going to be an easy process. And it definitely wasn't for me. I did tons and tons of interviews, but that adversity, similar to in the military, we've always hit that failure point, and being able to pick yourself back up and then try to learn from that experience to then optimize and make yourself better for the next one, I think was the biggest thing I took from the military into the job search. And I think Codesmith does a great job of like setting your expectations going into the job search. It's not all going to be sunshine and roses, but you'll get through it ultimately on the other side. The biggest thing that gave me the confidence was, even though it's going to be difficult, they're going to give you the support to succeed, and you're going to learn your lessons along the way. And so as I was going through the job search, I knew not to just accept the role because it was offered to me or it had a significant amount of money. I wanted to pick the role that was right for me. And Codesmith really gave me the confidence that that was what should be the driving force, is what's the right role for you. And I ended up finding that after many tries and attempts and offers and rejections, finding that right role for me, that really helped set me up for success in my current role today. I think the best advice for anyone making the transition is there's no one size fits all solution. Like, I've met people that did self-study. I've met people that have done multiple boot camps, some people that have done more formal education. I think you have to really assess where you are and what's right for you. And for me, I needed a formal, like a structured environment. That's what Codesmith brought. But I didn't want to spend 4 years of my life to make this transition. But I also needed to prepare myself to have a career. And I think if you can assess where you are and where you want to be, I think Codesmith really checks all the boxes where you're not spending 4 years and you're not having to suffer all on your own. You have a community, they'll help guide you in the right direction, and then you can find success at the end of the path. If you're passionate about something, it doesn't really matter. And that was one thing that I was nervous about was, is software engineering what I fit in? Could I fit in that space? And I think Codesmith really does a great job of demystifying that whole philosophy and that whole mindset. And if it's something you really want and it's the right fit for you, then that's something you should definitely go for.